What's cooking, folks? Vermillion Phoenix here, and today we're jumping back into some more Orcs Must Die Unchained. Today we are going to do a par update for Shark Island on War Mage. This should include pretty much the same traps that I've used in the past, and we're going to go ahead and try to complete this. The goal is to really just make sure that we deal enough damage, and we don't get any weird glitches that may extend the time like I did when I originally tried to record this video. So, Smolder spawned as the enemy hero and got stuck on a log in a place where she could not move and would have died if the log did not hold her there. So we'll see if we can get by without that again. Either way, let's get started.
What a lovely day. Too bad I gotta use it killing stuff.
Alright, so I decided to go in with Temper just to get a bit more of a feel for the character. I honestly prefer using ranged heroes for standard clears if they're not too mobile, but Temper has a significant amount of tools that make him really nice for handling things like this. So first thing that we're going to do is make sure that
they're trap, everywhere, trap.
They're getting burned as soon as they come through here.
I always like making trap parts, not so much use.
And drop that last brimstone. Going to block this off. And then here we're going to place some arrow walls. Now, if you look, you actually have another place for a trap up there, meaning that if you have boom barrel rollers, feel free to bring them. They are extremely good and will guarantee that even without the brimstones, you can get a pretty solid clear of just about anything that'll be coming through here. Either way, let's get started. Also, Ballista. Ballista work really well up there.
Enemy has opened a minion portal.
Yeah, that's a really nice Ballista spot. So you can also put boom barrel rollers up there and up here, but you can only fit two here due to that weird overhanging window that's there. But I'm guessing that was probably done for reasons. Now you want to try to deal damage while still being mobile, so if you can back up and have the enemies still walk into your attacks, that's great. As they all group up, you can kind of just charge through them if you're playing Temper. Also a nice addition. Okay, what? Wow, there's still another few enemies coming through in this wave.
Like this here spot.
We're just going to seal that off, and then we'll get to place our other arrow walls. As far as the weavers go, seeing red is the only thing that I feel is worth your time for tier 1 for Temper, and I'm hoping that he gets something a bit more interesting later on. Let me go ahead and grab that while I can, and then go ahead and move on back. My position for that's a little bit too high. It's alright, I'll be able to fix it after this wave. And with the traps, as we have them set up here, you really won't have to do too much else. The spikes will recharge in a good enough time to be able to handle just about everything. The heavier enemies are going to be easily taken out by the brimstones, and you're pretty much good to go there. Alright, it doesn't look like there's a sweet spot where everything's level here. That's about as good as I can get it.
Gotta do something to keep them out.
And that's pretty much it. There's our hero. So our goal is to get about 60 rage slammer and then smack her in the face with the hammer. The hammer toss, that is. Those two back to back pretty much guarantee that whoever is coming up, other than maybe Hogarth, Hogarth has a bit more HP than Bianca, might actually survive that, but a couple of taps afterwards should take him out. Mind you, I'm significantly over leveled here. This map is meant for somebody around 25, and I am currently 80. As far as tier 2 upgrades, let's go with Rage Machine.
Nice.
I like not losing my rage with temper, just so I can use it to fuel skills, and maybe once in a while get an explosion. When
Can't everyone just be great?
wave 4 begins, you can pretty much just mash Z or yeah, I think
Spot looks
it's no, it's
mighty
G.
fine.
Sorry, just mash the go button.
This will protect our rift. This spot looks mighty fine. Why can't everyone just
Because
be
that
friends?
ship takes a significant amount of time to go ahead and spawn, and that gives you more than enough time to actually get over here so that you can set things up. Those two barricades that are placed in the back there will handle keeping enemies from actually being able to do much for you or against you.
Like this here
Can't get
spot.
into your rift. And if you absolutely felt like it, you could drop a guardian there. Okay, so the
Wait
only
till
thing
Mom and
we're
Dad
really
see
worried
how
about is
strong
making
I
sure
am.
that, yeah, those enemies go away. So that's what didn't happen the last time I was here, and that actually wound up costing me an additional 27 seconds, which killed the par for me. So now that we have some extra cash,
They're trapped,
we're going to make sure that we build this area up as much as possible. We're going to build all the way back to this area here, and we're going to put some more brimstones out. That should guarantee that nothing really lives more than doubling back for just a few moments. You know, I almost wonder if, like, the rage explosion doesn't really feel synergistic to the way that he plays. Like, I wonder if it would be better for Temper to actually just, like, lose cooldowns for a moment and just be able to spam his skills, like, really high, rather than just, having everything just explode and go away. Like, let's say they greatly increase the cost of all of his skills to, like, I don't know, 60, or,
They've summoned a boss minion.
you know, or they just give you 2 skills that you can use that are, like, super amplified once you hit rage. And then once you use those 2, it's over. Alright, so I think that's pretty much it. I am going to rush back here and start building for the next wave already. I'm going to close that off, this, and this. And it looks like we are doing okay so far. The enemies are dying. We're getting this set up. We're going to start this. Alright, so we want that. I'm going to go ahead and...
Everyone be careful! I'll just leave it here. Watch out for this!
drop the spikes and an arrow wall, as well as that brimstone. So it's not going to kill most of what's coming in here early, but it should help. They'll take a moment to walk over here. They'll burn. The arrows will hit the shield guys in the back, which is really what we want. And then after that clears, what we're going to do is...
Not to blow my own horn, but I'm getting pretty darn scared. Let the trap do the killing.
put some
Well, I don't
really
have to.
dangerous things on the ceiling. Alright, we're at tier 4 for Weavers. We're going to grab
that's
Stomping
good.
Mad. It's already a really good skill. Let's make it even more powerful. And then we're going to drop another Brimstone and
Spot looks mighty fine.
some floor spikes going along the back here. Now there's 2 more things that we'll want to drop, but since we're already over here, we're going to personally handle the exploding kobolds that come out. I know they're here. Or maybe not yet. Is it just the hero? Nope, there they are. I didn't just forget a stage that I played before starting to record this. Alright, so those are taken down. I can pretty much guarantee that that area will take itself out. And rather than allow this area to path all the way around, what we're going to do is
Gotta keep the rib safe.
drop a couple of barricades here, and then we're going to start to spike it up.
I always like making trap parts, not so much using them though.
We want to try to deal as much damage as possible as soon as they come out. So those are going to be pretty important. And then we'll fill everything else with spikes as we need. So they're throwing some exploding kobolds at you from this gate specifically, so don't try to barricade anything immediately other than what I placed back there. But these spikes pretty much guaranteed to take care of the kobolds. You can also run up and melee or shoot them, depending on what else you have. And for these guys, I can just smash them, set those traps off, and then run back to whatever else I have to deal with. I'm actually going to set up just a few more traps
They've destroyed our barricades.
and run back up to the top there, just because I want to replace those barricades that those kobolds are bound to destroy. And if everything works well, these guys get murdered anyway.
That looks like it could hurt somebody.
And that's the last of the kobolds. Alright, looks like we'll have about a minute and a half for the last wave, which I believe is enough. Okay, so for this area I could probably place a few more traps just to ensure that I'm killing everything as soon as possible. And areas of interest for the end of this are going to be the lower left hand gate and then the upper left hand gate, in that order. Everybody else should essentially just get themselves murdered. Whatever is coming in from the right, I have no faith that it'll live. And the upper left hand corner is where all of your really dangerous enemies, as well as the latest enemies coming into the wave, are coming from. So killing them here is pretty much where you end the game. Not with Tundra, with Temper. Just gonna Unchained now so I can make this short work of run rudder as possible. And then looks like we get to finish this just in time.
We beat them fair and square.
Alright, there we go. So I think you can finish that a bit quicker with some ranged characters, especially with me being significantly over leveled, but I think that should work out okay. If you guys are having any issues with that, let me know, and I'll see if I can tweak that to maybe finish it a bit quicker. Either way, thanks as always for watching. I significantly appreciate it. If there's any other maps that you would prefer to see a par update on sooner, I'll try to look through this list and go through them in the order that I find them, but they will be updated and then they will be posted. I'll be changing the playlist too to include the par updated videos rather than the originals, and that way they should be consistent even though the older videos will still be up on the channel. Again, let me know what you think, and as always, have a good one, folks.